big, get out my way a little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rocking black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The Colts ball carrier.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Going for it. Darnold. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to go. It's Darnold looking for Campbell downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And here's Darnold to keep it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the 1st round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, He had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub-4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Colts 7, Bears nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. From the gun, it's Jackson. But he completes it to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the Colts 9-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 9-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man, complete.
Darnold's pass.
A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. to Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
In less than a yard.
The Colts on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. And here we go on fourth. Darnold got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
He was taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And Darnold going to keep this himself. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
At the 9-yard line.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Buster Screen. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now Cohen. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is out quickly to the right, and he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Being chased out left. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, Jackson. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson will throw again.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time.
It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards.
First down, Indiana.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
Bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Corey Willis. Past the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Final minute now of the third quarter. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Buster screen.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Darnold's pass intercepted.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Darius Leonard blew that play up.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
This will make it into the end zone.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. There defensively was Buster screen to knock it away. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. This is Cohen. Shedding the tackle.
And the Bears are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Brings up
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. What did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Quinnen Williams on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cohen. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Cohen, the ball
tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Today's final score, Bears.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back.